It is From A to Z, an Aavegotchi podcast. We had a little bit of a delay here getting started, but I'm gonna do it live. We're just gonna go for it. So we'll get started here. I think it might be a shorter episode because Zombie has another time slot, a whole nother event scheduled for 25 minutes out or so. We're doing more zombie time. Second one in the week, and I think it's gonna be good. He's got a whole new playlist ready. So, welcome. Zombie's not here yet, but he'll be joining shortly. We have a lot of updates. We're gonna have to run through them quick, but yeah, it's going to be a good one. So first off, PvP. Everybody's been vibing on PvP. I got in for about 30 seconds, got smashed, and then bailed, and that was it for me. I had enough PvP. I'm not here for PvP, but it was a big hit this weekend. I know everybody was in there. There was tons of Alchemica to be had and lots to get done. So a good
Okay.
test, I'd say. Oh, we're live now. We've got Mycelium live.
I like it.
No
You're in
audio?
good shape. Oh, you're kidding. No audio?
Do you have my audio?
I have your audio. Oh, that's
And
what
I
I was
have
going to
yours. We're
explain.
good.
So this is another one of these prime examples, and it's very important to remember these little stories, right? So this whole entire last 2 minutes that I'm struggling with audio, it was all local hardware. Remember
Oof.
that jiggly connection that we were trying to troubleshoot the other day?
Yeah, yeah.
I just jiggled it, and now we're good to go.
Good. Well,
So
welcome.
yeah, absolutely.
Welcome.
Look at these two gentlemen wearing these uniforms. Hey,
Is that
we're
gray?
going somewhere.
Is that gray or white? That one's a white one.
This
Oh,
is
that's your
actually
heather
no, it's
one. You're
yeah,
right.
it's a
Your heather
heather
lilac.
heather lilac. It's like a soft
Choice.
soft pink. Hard to tell
Yeah,
on the camera right here, but I figure it ties the best into the pink tones that are already
it
embedded
does.
in
It
my
does.
logo.
The black's not bad,
The
but I
black's not
like
bad at
that.
all.
I like that kind of like.
The black's very loud, very commanding. Poof! Here I
Yes.
am.
Almost all of my shirts are black, so it just blends right into the stack.
I'm just here
I
to
don't
hang
have a
out,
lot
man.
of colorful style, but
Well,
that's all right.
when's the last time you guys juiced? You can't have enough juice in your life. Do remember that.
I need more
Oh
juice.
man.
I've got water. I
Apparently.
do a lot of tea. Do a lot of tea and a lot of coffee and a lot of water, but no juice.
That's funny. Okay.
All right. Well, I wanted to start off with one of the most exciting things that I haven't even dug into deeply yet. But
Hmm.
have you seen Stellar Hobbs has launched a mini DAO?
Gotcha care. Gotcha care
Gotchi
program.
Care.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let me
so
get pulled up here.
this is the most exciting thing for me, and I'm just going to dive in. So what he did was he sold his pieces, the always odd or even set, and the intention was to raise money for a mental health charity of some sort to donate, to make this a thing that would support in mental health areas. Raised 100 or 850 ghost in the process, and wasn't quite sure how to. Oh, thank you. Yes, this is the way. Driving, I love it. So he wasn't quite sure how to split it. He didn't feel right donating it to just a French charity or deciding on everyone's behalf. So he created a DAO. Like, what a great idea! This is full Web3, doing it right. Branded awesome, super cute, super gotchy. And the idea is everybody who holds a piece of this collection gets, like, that's a voting token in this DAO. We all collectively get to decide what to do with this 850 ghost. It's a brilliant idea. So not only was this a great idea, it was executed well, branded well. He's got an ENS for it and a snapshot. It's all done
All
already.
right.
It's got a website, like, whole package.
Yeah. I'm a little
So
jealous, quite honestly, because it's really well deployed. Like that's good
really cool.
on shoestrings for total shoestrings on a single
Yeah,
effort. Like talk about agility.
dude, it's impressive. So if you haven't checked this out yet, gotchicare.com. You got a domain too, because why not, right?
GotchaCareProgram.com.
But thank you. Thank you. I've got little icons over it, so I couldn't quite see the details. Gotchicareprogram.com. Thank you. I have 4 vote weight in this DAO.
Hey.
So if y'all have suggestions or thoughts or ideas, reach out. I don't know where I want to put that yet, but I get to have a say in this, and it's an exciting thing. So help me decide. If you've got a suggestion, point me in the right direction.
Well, and again, like you mentioned, shout out to Stellar Hobbs, someone that's been in the ecosystem for a while, but not someone that I've been able to interact with so as closely as I would have liked to. the Gutchi farming, bless their hearts, and that whole French sector, they are fantastic and they are committed.
Oh yeah.
But we don't get to rub shoulders as often as we'd like. They're on the other side of the world. The timelines don't always line up. GFA has done great at being on standby to be available for
Yep.
programming and interviews and podcasts, but it's just tough with synchronization. And so, in a way, I almost it's almost neat because we get to wake up each day and be like, well, what was the other half up to?
Yeah.
Let's see what happened on the other side of the Gutchiverse.
Always trying to leapfrog each other and stay on the edge with the newest, coolest tools. And I mean, this is kind of a collab, kind of a crossover. Stellar Hobbs is French, and he's, I think, part of Gotchi French Army, but he's helping out GMI here, and I think
Yeah.
it's everything is just super wholesome and really great. And
Well,
Zami and
and
I could not be more happy with the first draft, the first ideas that he's dropped for us today. So,
well, I'm jealous, honestly, because it's fun to be able to work closely with these stellar artists. Quite
yeah.
honestly, they're fantastic, and I'm happy with things like GFA. I'm happy with things like Goops and the Gachi Mafia. Those guys have been fantastic.
Oh,
There's
absolutely.
a couple of these organizations have really figured out how to like grow muscles and plant their
Yeah.
feet and be here for something. I think GMI's done a good job with that as well. So it's neat to see the cream rising to the top, and who are these entities that want to stick around? Who wants to really be here?
Yep. Where's that sticking power? You're right, and we're defining it now. Bottom of the bear. This is where we find out.
And
All
I'm
right,
so
I got
happy with where we are this winter. Go.
another announcement, another cool tool, another community bonus. Aavegotchi Companion Chrome extension. Have you heard of this yet?
Yeah, I love
Okay, so
it.
there's been right. Everybody does almost instantly. There's been one out for a while, a couple of months. I think that was from Jared from Aavegotchi Stats.
Hmm.
That one I want to call it Gotchi Buddy. I think
Got you, buddy.
Gotchi Buddy. So that one's
That's
great. I
correct.
mean, if you're watching timers for like when do I empty my reservoirs, can I pet, all those things. Great countdown timers on all those. Pretty cool extension. But everyone seems to be raging about this new one, the Aavegotchi Companion, and my awesome new Vanna White assistant has all the demonstration capabilities. Um,
Is this that one? Is this Got You Companion that I have pulled up?
I'm not seeing it. I just see
Oh,
the
you can't see
Google.
the extension. That's actually intriguing as can be. So I'm in the same place, but y'all can't see the extension window. Like right
I
now, there's a
think you're
window that
sharing your
popped up.
window. I think you're sharing
Ah,
your window, not your
let's see
screen.
here. Let's do that. Good call. Let's go entire screen. That sounds so dangerous, but let's go for it. I have Easter eggs hidden all over my digital fingerprints.
Nice.
Okay.
In the meantime, I will take a moment to buy you some time and once again floss my
There we go.
lovely little logo screen back here.
Have you
Oh,
added new pieces? I haven't been able to see back there in a little while.
no
What
new
are
pieces
new?
yet.
Okay.
No new pieces yet. Waiting
Still
on
just highlighting
some.
the cathedral then.
Well, highlighting the TV back here. I can
Yeah,
stream to
that's
this whatever
cute.
I want now. I can put a
Mm,
logo from a sponsor. I can put our new logo. I pulled my old monitor out of storage and threw a Chromecast in, so
I like it. And
flex a little
then
something back there.
physically just move it closer, and you can definitely start to impact some serious. Hello.
Right?
You
I
and
was
I will say, I'm just from Hefe and I'll speak that I'm so thankful again. Like my Christmas gift was you and Zombie arriving inside GMI admin because that took us to a whole different level. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and there's so much to accomplish, and so many good ideas to chase down. And so again, same
it
Goops
takes energy.
understands it does. This is effort, and it's not our how we put food on the table. And so this is all passion work. This is
Oh yeah.
all extra hours. This is all extracurricular stuff here.
Yeah. Worth it though. I
Okay.
mean, I don't think I'd want to be anywhere else. This is too
There's
much
no
fun.
other project. There's no other
Yeah,
project in the space, at least that I stare at with envy.
agreed.
I don't wish I was heavier in ENS. I don't wish I was heavier in Bankless. But I love them all. Those are all
I am.
quality projects.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's what
I
I'm
am
wondering. Do
pretty
you think
deep.
that you think you're probably more involved currently at Bankless than you are in Aavegotchi?
Oh gosh, right
I
now,
think
yeah.
so.
Unfortunately,
Mhm.
I got myself deep into the governance weeds over there, and the participation rate is declining as we're seeing, anywhere across the space. So those who are still left are really lifting. There's a lot of governance work to be done. There's a lot of just organizational sustainability things that need to be done, and
Mhm.
I'm doing what I can from the ops department and the education department, but it's a lot, and
Does
it's
this So what do we think?
not
Is
paying
this
well.
Oh goodness, what's going on there? Is this Gotchi? Is this the
This is
Aavegotchi
Gotchi Buddy.
Companion? This is Gotchi Buddy. So this is
This
Jared's
is the
original project.
correct. The new one
Okay.
is by Caesar,
I
who
see.
started the
Oh.
original auto petter.
Okay. Give me a second and let's make that happen too, and I'll have that up for example here in just a moment because I would
All
love
right.
to see what that looks like. And that's called Gotchi Companion these days.
Gotchi Buddy's the old one. Aavegotchi Companion is the new one.
You got her.
And in fact, I think I have a link for this. I probably should have done this ages ago. I've got it in the show notes. Copy link.
Agreed,
And,
Z-Fi.
and
Agreed,
I
Goops.
don't think I can post links. I can't broadcast links from here. So I've got a chat box that I can share with you guys,
Oh, that's perfect. I can grab that. That at least
or I
works
can
for
drop
what
it
I
in
need.
Discord. But yeah, if you can pop that into like Twitch, then we can.
That might be a thing we need to tell Restream about too, because that seems kind of silly. I will say, I think that is the one that I have installed right now, because the only option it's giving me is to remove it, and so I think that is
Oh,
what I
maybe
have.
maybe that's just a similar UI then.
Because Gotchi, actually, you know what? Okay, now I'm remembering. Gotchi Buddy is a mobile device app. Gotchi Buddy operates on a mobile device, and so I have Gotchi Buddy
Oh.
on my Pixel 3, and that was Jared's breakthrough.
Ah.
Gotchi Buddy is a mobile device program, and the Aavegotchi Companion by CISA is an extension for desktop browsers.
Got it.
Yeah, and so this right now is currently installed on Chrome for me. I will say, by all means, guys, get on there and leave this person a review. That's like these things go a long way. Got 136 users so far on the Aavegotchi Companion, which is really
Nice.
fantastic. It's been well built. He knows what he's doing. I will say one more thing too about Says. We've been having a little bit of back channel chats. I think I shared this in the admin chat. Is he's wanting to create like a real street team. Gotchi Gang is a really powerful entity, and we do very good about amplifying and relaying each other. But we could probably polish that up and get even better with that. So we're gonna and this isn't us at all, or even GMI's desire. This is 100% Say that reaching out to. This is where GMI gets lucky, right? Because that's what I told him earlier. Is man, I almost feel bad. Like sometimes we just gobble up all these good ideas that people bring to life. But that's what I said. The ideas
It's
are
a
there
great
for the
network.
take. We just need executors.
Yep.
And so that's kind of the idea here. So one thing too, just to, my brain's getting faster the more we talk. What's going on with the end of the year celebration? Because we're gonna do Friday for Secret Santa. We got a lot of stuff planned on the Friday Night Lights. But is this Saturday gonna be like the one? This is gonna be like the Aavegotchi, the actual Saturday hangout where we focus on the end of the year discussion and celebration and try to present some kind of reel and do
I'm not.
everything? Or are we gonna look at next Saturday? You know, no one has given me anything on that,
I
and
think it's
so
Friday. I
I
think
think
it's this week
Friday
Friday. I think there's
is gonna be.
there's like an additional call Friday
Goops will
morning.
know. What do you think, Goops? I'm watching the chat here for you. What's
Yeah,
the
if it's
deal?
Friday morning, that's gonna be a problem for me because I'll already be and for
Yeah.
Zombie because he does the recording and streaming for Bankless and I do the backup recording. So that could be tough. But
I
yeah,
think I
that's a good
can
question. I'm
probably
not
blend
exactly
it.
sure on the when.
Yeah, and that's critical because Dr. Wagney had a wonderful idea. Yeah, it's Friday morning. Pretty sure Zifa's correct.
Oof.
Okay. So I gotta do a little bit of a
We
lot.
we
There's a
got
lot
we
to
got a
do.
lot of bit of stuff to do.
There's a lot to
Yeah,
do. Dr. Wagney, a wonderful ecosystem contributor, did a lot of legwork to create the Hall of Fame introduction. This is a new program that he wants to roll out starting this year. And so this will be the first inductees to the 2022 Hall of Fame class. And so it was a really neat idea that he did, and I cannot remember who he ideated with initially. But it was two of them, and they came up with this like a tree concept where they would both come up with three nominations for members of the Gotchi Gang that they thought were just
sure.
above and beyond and really helped. And then upon informing those three individuals that they've been nominated, they requested three additional nominations. And then that spread like wildfire throughout the space. They collected all the different nominations and did like a Pareto chart to just find the top 10 taps. And then those are your class of 2022 for inductees for the Hall of Fame.
That's pretty
He did
cool. That's a very organic way to source that too.
Yeah, and he did. I mean, that's what he's such a stud because this is not anyone telling him that this is a good idea or hey, maybe someone should do this. He sits around in his free time and thinks about what could be better for the Gotchi Gang, and that's a rare trait. And so he's actually had some commissioned artworks for those 10 individuals to commemorate their contributions for the year. And so
I have heard.
there's gonna be quite the pomp and circumstance to introduce this, and we want to make sure we do a good job at honoring these individuals and giving this new segment that we're doing a good fanfare, good fanfare. So that's something that we're looking forward to. So I am
Nice.
happy to know that I need to be ready for that by Friday. So I'll do some
If
stuff.
I understand correctly, if I heard correctly, these will be revealed as like fakes that get displayed roadside in
Yeah,
Dow Square.
I mean we're
This
like
is a big
what.
deal.
Oh yeah, we're like 3 days away, and there's like 6 people here with us, so we'll go ahead and just share as much as I know, right? And so yeah, he commissioned fake Gotchi cards. He bought the cards himself. He burned them and got
Yeah,
with artists and went and found the labor and helped do creative direction to create 10 very one of a kind, unique fake Gotchis that are in the image of those individuals being committed to the Hall of Fame. So these are almost fake Gotchi caricatures of community leaders. And that's something
oh,
that we
that's
haven't really
cool.
seen yet. And
Yeah.
so it's going to be very interesting when people finally have an opportunity to like
Oh no.
potentially, yeah, and I don't know if he's doing one or if there was 5 editions. We didn't discuss edition count. I would love if
Yeah.
these were one-offs and that was it. That'd be
Absolutely.
very
You get
tasty.
you. That'd be
Mhm.
cool.
And actually, Foreign, great point. The Gotchi Walk of Fame, that is, and DeFi alluded to that, is so these are going to be fake rares, or fake Gotchis. They're going to be officially part of the collection. And then he has already secured, I just love this guy so much, man. He's already secured the parcels inside of District 30 for the Aavegotchi DAO district to allocate into becoming our personal Hall of Fame and our Star Walk. And so those fake gotchis will be placed on NFT displays in parcels in the DAO Square, forever committed for everyone to enjoy. And we'll get to do it all over again next year. Welcome, Zombie.
Welcome. You're here. Hey, you know who else used to do that type of thing?
Mm-mm.
Everybody. This is why statues of people exist. So these are Gotchiverse statues, like this is important. This is
I
a
kind of
big
walked right into
cultural
that.
deal.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
So it's exciting. We'll definitely have to do some more planning
Hey,
and
I
some
mean,
working
yeah,
out some details there.
when you can even get someone like Willie Nelson to be excited about putting his hands in concrete and his feet in concrete, people understand the significance of at least recognition. It's not
Yes.
necessarily about money, it's about recognition. And I am really stoked that all 3 of us right now on camera are all wearing some kind of Aavegotchi ecosystem physical
It's
merch.
almost like we like it here.
Mm.
I
And
know.
Zombie, you're doing a great job with this language as we introduce all this stuff because these are definitely in real life wearables, and
Oh
it's a
yes.
easy conversion there.
IRL wearables. You got to go to the GMI Zim Timo equipment shop.
Equipment. Love it. Well, hey, welcome. Glad you could make it. All stocked up?
Oh yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. We started about half hour in, hung out in Sounds of the Ghost for a bit, and I thought, I'm itching. I gotta go live.
It's all good, man. How long have we been live now?
About a half hour. About a half hour. I accidentally went
Cool.
live quick with the DAO title still on there, and then ended it immediately. So we got to.
What am I looking at here? We're upside down.
We are upside down.
No, it's just the picture that's upside down. It's dumb. I don't know why. People do sometimes. But I just wanted to make sure you saw your street cred here, man. You're the top collector for the month on Lens right now.
What?
Yeah.
Ballin'.
And then your disciple in training here is the top collector for the week.
Working on it.
And so
Nice.
you guys are just knocking them out.
Apparently, we are the big spenders on Lens. Who would have known?
Too much cool shit. What am I supposed to do?
Well, I mean, that's something to really think about, y'all. Is
Speaking
like
of which, T-Bird dropped something, and everybody's sleeping on it. T-Bird dropped something yesterday, and I'm the only person that's collected it so far. Sleeping, y'all. Sleeping.
I had about 5 minutes of Lens exposure today, right before we went live. I've got some catching up to do, but thanks for the heads up. So
what were you saying though, Mike Kelliam, about Lens?
Oh, just how easy it is to move the needle there. Like it's y'all. This is kind of crazy, okay? Like Twitter is millions of users. It is the de facto place for anything to be happening socially related, and Lens is better. The Lens ecosystem is better in so many ways. and offers people control, and we have the opportunity to talk about it and explain it to people, it clicks. They go, oh, wait, yeah, that sounds better. And it is. And yet, $70 is all it takes to be the whale right now on Lens in terms of active collecting.
And you know what's funny?
It's like 6 collects.
Effort
For
right now.
real. Like the week that I was the top collector, I think it was like 200, and it was like 199 or like two. I think it was like right at 200, and somebody was like, "Oh, somebody's bragging about spending $200." I was like, "You are welcome to drop 201 and top me." You know what I mean? Like nobody's stopping you, big whale. Like, go ahead. Freaking hilarious. But no, I think it's funny too. I was telling Gerline literally yesterday, like something about Lens and like how everybody's like, oh yeah, Lens is the big competitor to Twitter. And Elon is probably like, what the fuck is Lens? I don't. And then today he drops like, what is Lens? Can anybody
tell me about Lens?
Oh my God. I'm like, okay, maybe we are a bigger deal than I thought.
Now I will say, was it Soju? Maybe it was Soju. I think it was Soju. Somebody saw on the timestamp, because I dropped that from the GMI friends account.
Might be fake.
Well, the date stamp is from May 2021, and so it could have been a discussion because I think that was still around then. I think that I don't know.
It was because the Lens team went to ETH Denver last year. So Lens was around last year. And around that time last year is when Elon had put his bid in. And it was around when Stani got blocked from Twitter for saying that he was the interim CEO. So it is, it probably was a fake tweet, as Face is saying. It's probably a fake tweet, but it does have just enough truth in it to be possible.
Definitely. Oh yeah, Goobs again on that. I'm just reporting on the private chats here too, right? Zombie, you got some major style points, man. We didn't know we had it in you. That collared shirt, sweater look. You're making the rest of us look like chumps here.
I saw it, man. I was like, you know what? I got to get that white collar going. Get my Hey Arnold going on. You know what I mean?
Graduate from Gotcha University here.
Let's dive in here real quick because you got me curious, and I want to. Infinite mirror.
We're roasting. This is fun.
No, it's not good. Sorry. Let's see here. I want to go check out T-Birds because you got me curious about it now. And isn't that weird when you're looking at the screen share menu and there's only 2 screens to choose from, and yet you still pick the wrong one? That's encouraging moments, right? All right, so here we are. Here's good old Lenster for those who haven't had the opportunity to get inside the Lens gates yet. And we're looking for our friend Mr. T-Bird, right?
Yep.
I hope there's more T-Bird fakes coming because I have been very fond of his art.
Yeah, see, check that right there. That's it.
Well, and even look at this gap, right? 25 days to this. I mean, people sometimes sleep on that and don't pay attention to those timelines. You can see how active someone's been or what their production rate looks like. And so, yeah, he's got gaps between production that we the T-Bird snuck out the side.
I'm working on a Lens post that's going to be like right around Christmas time. It's going to be a free collect. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to set it up, but basically it's going to be a Christmas present to everybody. But it's going to be a limited thing to be like, you got to go mint it. It's going to be easier than trying to like mint 1,000 of them and send them to people. And I probably will collect a few to send to people that aren't on Lens. But for the most part, I'm going to tell people, go interact with this and go collect this.
Does anybody have an opinion or strategy of how a single Lens handle holder could possibly collect multiple copies of the same release?
Yes. Collect it once. If there's a limit, you send that collect to a burner wallet or a side wallet, and then you collect it again and send that one at a time. Yep.
That's totally fair. That's a great explanation. I've not been that smart yet. That's really easy, actually.
So it's like a limit to one to a wallet kind of thing?
Exactly. I just collected T-Birds right there, and so I don't think I can actually collect it again.
Oh, you can.
Right? The module's just got to update.
You can collect it again. It will give you a warning that you already collected it a lot of the time. And then sometimes if you can't collect it from one UI, just go somewhere else. Like on LensTube, it won't let you collect it twice. But if you collect it on Lens
Mhm.
Tube and then you go to Lens Stir, you can collect it again.
That makes sense.
Clever.
I'm wondering,
Okay.
have we seen any examples yet of potential like swarming of collections, specifically with the aftermarket?
Yeah, Face dropped that free collect, and I collected like 5 of them. You know, I swarmed on that
Oh,
shit
I mean, if
quick.
you did it. Oh,
That
okay.
is not
You
where I
haven't
thought that
seen
was
it, you
headed.
did it.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, it got swarmed and I couldn't get one. And you're like, yeah, I was swarming the whole time.
That was me. I'm the bot.
Hey, and so
Smart
here I
though.
am.
Shoot, smart.
Here I am collecting. You know, I just grabbed 2 of his pieces, one Matic a piece, 80 cents right now at the Matic, so that's $1.60, right? Collected 2 pieces of work that he's produced, and he just made $1.60 off of me. I don't think he's ever made a single penny off of me from anything that he's ever released any other social platform. And so sometimes it sounds micro, and sometimes it's like, so what? Like one Matic, yeah. But he's already earning. Like this artist is already earning today. Just did it, and that's something that these other platforms just don't offer for. I think someone released like a TikTok payout summary here lately, and it was like 3.5 million views, and they had like over 1 million subscribers, and their settlement was like $4.50 for the month. It was something actually ridiculous, and it's because the
Nice.
monetization at those. I mean, God, they just squeeze us. They squeeze us. You, as the content creator, are their product. You're their
Absolutely.
commodity, and they're counting on you to entice individuals to interact with their platform. And that's not what's happening over here. Because I don't have to be on Lenster. I could get on Lensport and deal with it there.
Yeah.
I could go straight to Favor on my mobile. I could interact with these things anywhere. And the Lensport direct deploys have been pretty slick. Let me get those pulled up here. Anything else with T-Bird? Let's just run through here. Oh man, he does such good stuff.
Where's Duppy been? There was a
Duppy's
good Duppy
quiet.
stream. I missed some Duppies. I want some.
Duppy's just recovering,
Duppy,
just in their cave of solitude, but by all means still in the scene and still doing their
Cool.
thing. But yeah, a lot quieter. There was a moment there for like, I don't know, was it 3 weeks, maybe a month, where just every one of them was hit. Mondagachi, Duppy, Soju, T-Bird, everyone was dropping like crazy.
We'll get it back.
Almost
We'll get it
miss
back.
Oh, this one too is really good. That's an actual fake Gachi proper now, isn't it? They actually released that one.
Geisha Don.
Yeah, good stuff. Let me hop out of here. We were talking about Lidsport. Zombie, I'm just very excited for 2023, man. As telling Z-Fi here earlier, is YouTube got me just continue to reinvigorate my enthusiasm, you know, and I'm not bearish on anything that's happening right now. I couldn't be happier with how this winter season has gone, quite honestly. But in general, it's just nice to be surrounded by people that feel that same way. So keep it up. You know, got that good energy.
Hell yeah. I don't know what news you've already broken, Z5, but where are we at in the Notion here? I just opened up all the notes. I have no clue where we are, what we've said, what we have.
We went over the Stellar Hobbs Gotchi Care.
Nice.
Very cool. Covered that. Secret Santa we haven't really touched on, but if you haven't completed your piece, you've got till Friday. So do that quick. And if you're unable to mint and you don't have lens, GMI can help you mint. We're just going to do it from the lens handle, so it'll be pretty quick.
Which now makes perfect sense, right? We just mint it and then we can distribute it even on their behalf or whatnot. Yep. Makes easy sense.
We went over the Aavegotchi companion Chrome extension, Gotchi Buddy. Didn't even get to the fakes. Didn't get to the props. We can sum up the props real quick. The props from last week: do nothing with the spillover, don't burn the spillover, revote on the Dow Foundation.
There you go.
Next.
Well, next, I don't know if you've announced it yet, but we have like some for the wearable stuff. We got limited time stuff going on. That stuff is not going to last long.
I left this one for you.
Okay. Well, we've got the SBF Gotchi on our wearable shop right now.
Hang on.
Yeah, it's got the SBF Gotchi with cucumber accessory by Hefe.
Limited time only. Are we sharing? Oh, we're sharing. Very good.
There you go. Yeah, that's limited time only. And then tomorrow,
I love that.
Gerlene and I are dropping a limited time something. I don't know if it's going to be a shirt. It might be something else. I'm not sure yet, but we're working on the art for it right now.
Some hot pants.
There's going to be an animation and stuff to go with it, probably come out later in the week. That's going to be a very limited collect as well. And then obviously you've seen that we've got the fake gotchi in the queue for Lone Raffle and Sus, and Lone Raffle and Sus is going
Looking
to be a Lens exclusive animated series that's going to involve the audience as much as possible to the level that the audience participates. But we've done Choose Your Adventure before, so we're going to be trying to prompt people into getting involved. And so yeah, like, we're not sure what we're going to do with our fake gotcha yet, but we're really, since it's part of this Lens animation, we're definitely thinking about rewarding our top Lens supporters and contributors, because that's definitely a big part of what the show, like, this is kicking it off in a sense.
We got audio here. Let's pause for the audio.
Oh yeah,
when it loads.
Am I behaving for you guys at least? Because I'm a little choppy on my side. I think I'm selecting my bandwidth.
It may not
living in the middle of nowhere internet.
Unless he's sharing tab audio, it may not work.
Can you drop the link then?
Are you in here as a guest or as a studio member? Probably a guest.
I'm in here as a studio member.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and pop it in the chat. The side chat.
I like that idea. Goobs dropped a good idea that we could make a DAO just for the show. What's cool though is Lens is going to give us the ability to make, so on Lensport, you were talking about this earlier, we're going to be able to do token gated streams and token gated posts and things like that. But we can set it to be ghost token. We can literally say, like, you can't come to this certain event if you don't hold ghost token in your wallet. So it's not just like,
yeah. Well, and shout out to the Lensport team, because that wasn't something I was necessarily expecting or waiting on from them to be leading on the token gate publications. And so shout out to Lensport. They're working. Like, it's not what it used to be when I first hopped over here and checked this thing out. This is growing fast. Like, watch your back, Lenster, because this direct deploy right here on Lensport is looking tasty.
I can share mine that should have the audio.
Yeah, you go for it. There it is.
Oh wait, y'all can hear that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm a very big fan of what you guys have produced here. I'm looking forward to the rollout. I was a big fan of Friendless Summer and the 9 Adepts. I thought that screenplay effort was phenomenal, and I'm still looking forward to seeing that mature. Quietly in the background too, Roxiano, amazing ecosystem contributor. She's spun up a private Discord for her holders of any of her fake gotchis or any of her prior works, and is starting to drop and tease releases from her comic book pages that she's working on. So she's also got a series in development of this same type of vibe, and this is what I want to see more of. And I'm sitting here staring at Life in a Petri Dish with Darlene, and it's just, y'all are killing me, man. Like, this is it. Keep it up. This is a style awakening that we haven't quite embraced fully in the gacha game yet. I'm looking forward to seeing it in full maturity.
Oh yeah, it's going to be exciting. And I mean, we've been working on we have other art in the background. Like Jesse and Coder Dan have already seen some stuff that nobody else has seen. And matter of fact, the only other people who've seen it now is the Lens team, because I sent in a proposal to them. to maybe help kick the show off, get some funding, because animation ain't
That would
cheap
be
and it
awesome.
takes a long time. So like if we can get funding, it'll definitely aid us in being able to commit to that work as opposed to like having to take other jobs and things like that, so yeah, it's definitely going to be some cool stuff. And yeah, like you were saying, that I'm going to actually click over it. How can I do this? Here we go. Boom. Is that sharing now? Yes. Yep. Cool. So yeah, these are actually comics that she does for a local like a local publication. It's kind of like a in between a zine and like an events newspaper almost. But she does these comic strips for that what is it? Anti-Gravity is what it's called.
Nice.
Yep. But yeah, in the meantime, we are going to drop some things on the Zemtimo.lens page to get it kicked off. And I don't know, this little thing was created just for fake gotchis, and like pretty last minute it was like, hey, I want to get a fake gotchi out this year. We were dropping the proposal, so it was like, hey, well, we put out the proposal, let's get it kicked off. Let's start talking, Lone Raffle and Sus. Been telling a few people in the background, but now it's good to finally have it, out in the open.
I'm a big fan of the fake, and I'm a big fan of the music. And Goob said here in chat, takes you on a journey, and that's what I got from listening to it. It felt it was like the sound of adventure. So yeah,
it turned out weirder than I thought. Like I really thought that I was gonna like go another direction with it, and then it just kind of like got weirder and weirder. And I'm like, yes, this is good.
It's mysterious. It's adventurous. Yeah.
I don't want anything else from you, man.
Except for one of those cards. One of those cards.
Just a quick sidebar too, Zombie. You mentioned it to me in the DM, but we can talk about it here too because it's fun, right? So Eat Denver's coming, right? It's on the radar. It's going to be into February and the first week of March, 24th to the 5th. And there's going to be at least 3 confirmed Gotchi gang members there. Zombie's going to be there. I'll be there myself. Smokescreen's going to be there. I'm going to start shopping Airbnbs and lodging now.
Yes,
obviously, it'll help. And so if we can get us a 7 bedroom mansion, we'll do it. Probably not. We'll probably get us a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and just share the house.
We're sleep on the floors.
I think we'll find some good spots. I'll start looking too. I think there's some stuff out there.
Well, and this, like, I think you mentioned this to Smoke, is this is kind of the pseudo execution of this concept of this idea, because T-Bird is one of the only ones I know right now that's done a great job of giving people in real life perks and benefits via Gotchi holdings.
Yeah.
And so if you show up at his sailing center and you want to go for a sail, you get that 50% discount just by holding the Gotchi. And so I want to have this ability to create these in real life events, these come-togethers, these adventures. I'm here in the Southwest U.S., and so I'm close to Vegas, and there's lots of crazy things out here. And when those events occur, I would love to be able to provide grace to the Gotchi Gang members, and at least support them as best you can. Whatever we are able to do for them is something that I want to be able to do. I want to be able to spoil Gotchi Gang members. It's really important to me.
I love that idea.
Yeah. Well, I think that also, I'm not sure about Hefe and No Futuristic, but I think Lost Local is going to try to be out there.
He should be there.
I know the Lens team is supposed to be out there. And then I don't know, maybe we can get something together to just like have a bunch of like GMI cheap t-shirts or something to hand out to people that we run into. Like
that would be easy. That'd
maybe
be a light
some
enough
stickers,
list.
something.
Proof of Gotchi Gang. Here's your shirt.
There you go. That's what it'll be. We'll make some runs of some stickers and stuff because I got to get on Mule anyway and do some stuff. Maybe some patches. I really want an embroidery machine real bad. All my patches are handmade, and
we can do it all through the shop too. So the shop gives us easy access to anything we need, kind of thing. We can probably get patches, stickers. Like, oh yeah, we're ready to go.
I like the mugs. I'll get some more of those.
Well, and Lev just dropped it right there, right? The electric Gotchi Carnival. So it's like EDC and yeah, there you go. That's a 15-ouncer, isn't it?
No, this is the smaller one. I like the little.
No
one.
kidding. Oh,
yeah,
man.
we got the smallies. It's
I
cool
cannot.
because the logo goes top to bottom. It's
You're
like
completely
a,
correct. I do have a dead zone, but I'm gonna
I
do
do
things
have
to that.
You know
half as much
what?
coffee as you, and
I
that's
feel
it.
like
That's
I
the
feel like it wasn't supposed to print that way. I saw that in your video and I was like, that don't look how I designed it.
oh,
Oh, sorry there, shop. Kind of dropped you out in the middle there, buddy.
Like that does
that
not
means it's
look
a
like
rare
my
one of one.
design.
Oh, perfect. There you go. I've got
It's a
the
rare
switch
one.
here. So let me do a little bit of a rotation here. Some things I've run across here lately. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Gallery DAO has been on Lens for a little while.
Oh, this is relevant.
I forget which shindig went down here lately. Maybe it was like was it there like Eat Brazil? Was there a big event down in South America recently? Wasn't there some kind of Ethereum down in Argentina or something? And
Bogota was the last one, I
there you
think.
go. Yeah. So they were all down there, and they were like doing MVP on this project that they're working on with this essentially like Midjourney. It's essentially DALL-E, but via the Lens ecosystem. And so today, 6 hours ago, they dropped that this is made on a new prompt feature. They're finally introducing this actual look at this domain. Talk about domain mastery. Artificial intelligence.xyz. I'm in love with it. This is it. This is artificialintelligence.xyz, and it is a Midjourney type platform for Lens users. And so you come over here and you sign in with your Lens and everything, and then you get started with creating an AI generated ASAP. Get all logged in. It's got style transfers to give you some sense of what you may or may not want. These are the 4 that I've cranked out already, just doing some simple prompt work.
I like that one on the left.
Oh yeah, right on. Yeah, this is me trying to find something for zombie. This is the prompt is like ghost dancing around a DJ set. And so
Perfect.
it did what it could. Yeah, it's way more
I
cute.
kind of like that. Like that
Well, there
first
you
one
go.
was cool. I kind of like the 8-bit Game Boy look of the last one.
And so here's all their aesthetic models, right? So, I mean, a lot of choicing in this, and it's happening as we speak. So they're adding things every day.
I'm having fun with AI because today I created, like I said, I'm gonna do a limited drop NFT around Christmas time, a gift to everybody. And I was working on it. And while I was working on it, I was being really creative, doing a bunch. I'm not a visual designer, so me working on visuals is really funny, So I'm sitting there getting into it, building out this really cool idea that I have for y'all, and just out of nowhere, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drop this AI image that I used in the corner over here, and just like boom, I dropped an AI picture in there. Like this is part of this now, like.
Yes, no, I'm right there with you. I definitely never considered myself part of the creative arts in that regard. I've never been somebody that was in photo suites or video suites or any of that kind of stuff. And these
Same.
tools are helping me reach that because now I don't feel like it's such a creative lift, quite honestly.
Game changer. I've been describing it the same way. Like I historically, traditionally, have not been a drawer, a painter. I don't have any hands-on artistic practice really because everything comes out looking like a toilet paper. But with AI, I can take an idea that I feel is like a good idea, and finally, I don't have to go through my potato hands to turn it into a reality.
Well, even
I can just let the computer do it.
Kind of what I was doing too. Like, I'm not much of a designer, but you start with these templates in Canva or Photoshop, or not Photoshop, but or like slides or whatever it might be. You have these templates that just look like whatever. And then if you take AI images and add it to that, you suddenly add this new layer that gives it more flavor than when you're just dealing with a PowerPoint slide. I mean, that's even what hardcore's been doing with the Miro boards, for instance. Like putting the notes on top of these AI images actually brings it a whole new level of interest to it. And it's not like he had to spend all night drawing that shit. He can just pop it up in AI and then move back on to making the Miro board like the information correct.
By the way,
Notion.
Good job. Oh, go ahead. Just good job on the restream. I really dig this. This is fun watching everybody here in the backstage chat, just enjoying the green room and just.
This is good. I like this.
Anyone in the backstage chat, if you wanted mic access, it's really just a flick of a switch. So by all means, let us know if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to talk, just turn your little switch on to blue and turn your mic off, and you are part of the crew. It's that easy. Like foreign, if you unmute, you're good to go. Goobs, it looks like you're good to go. So
Mhm. There we go. That one's got 2 eyes. None of these had eyeballs for a while.
Low
that's
bar, low bar.
interesting.
Just gotta have 2 eyes. Come on.
So you kind of like create the whole thing and then you mint it from the
Yeah,
site. Like, oh,
exactly,
cool.
exactly. It's built on top of Lens Rails. You log into this
Ah,
platform with your Lens profile, and so it's part of your Lens. It's the beginning of our Lens personas, our Lens portfolios, our Lens wallet.
so
This
you hit
is
that green button there. You hit that mint on Lens, and it posts to your profile.
it'll
Sets it up with a collect.
absolutely does all that. Customize your collect module, and then boom, publish from right here. Like, this is slick. I like this. This is good. And shout out to the guys over at the Gallery DAO. They are growing. It's working. I like it. People should check it out. It's fun. If we want to reinvigorate the Lens publications again, we want to increase the production rate on the streams. Here's an easy way to do it. There's no reason on earth that someone couldn't hop on here and give out a single thought a day and mint it out. They don't even have to be profitable collects. They could just be free collects, and we could just flood the area with good content again. Get back on track. The other one, so that's Lens AI, artificial intelligence.xyz from the team at the Gallery DAO. Good stuff. The other one that I'm tracking here, and they're also moving forward in a big way, is Rally. We've talked about Rally before. I think we talked about them last week, and they've made some progress. This is them now on their alpha. And so it is still operating on the Mumbai, so it's not full live yet, but they're closer to this week than they were last week. Last week when I came here, it still threw a big flag for my Bitdefender, and it was very unhappy with something in their side of the website hosting. And so we did a little bit of troubleshooting to help try to see if they could find out where it was acting weird. And it's not doing that anymore. And so now I've gone here, and it's just normal. I'm able to log in with my Lens profile. There's my Lens persona. I haven't done anything here yet because I kind of wanted to wait for you guys, because it looks like I could actually even create one. It looks like I could do one now.
But hang on. So for anyone who doesn't know what Rally is,
yeah. So let's go
Rally?
right here. So what is Rally, right? Rally makes it easy to create and find interesting audio rooms without compromising your privacy or recreating your audience from scratch. So if you're looking for the alternative to Twitter Spaces or Clubhouse, give Rally a try and see if that's going to help connect to the audiences. And so it's really just the Lens equivalent of the Twitter Space product or the Clubhouse product. And so it definitely has a market fit. And so I'm very bullish on this and want to see it ASAP, because I'm still waiting on the Lens Tube and Lumiere to provide the live streaming option. There's still no live streaming option yet via Lens Tube, and
that stuff is coming. I've heard the alpha on that. I know it's coming. It's definitely, there's definitely problems and issues that they're working out on that side, but that is coming. On the Rally news, though, to drop the alpha, I want to say that next Tuesday. So next Tuesday, we're launching a whole new block of entertainment. So tonight, after this is over, which I don't know when that is, if I just call it, but whenever this is over, I'm doing Zombie Time. I have a playlist ready to go, an hour-long playlist. We're gonna do. Actually, it's 56 minutes, so it's a tight hour. I got 2 minutes to talk on either side of it. So we're going to do a playlist. We're going to do Zombie Time on Tuesdays after From A to Z, but not directly after From A to Z, because after From A to Z and Aavegotchi podcast, we're going to have From A to Z, a Lens podcast, and that is going to be on Twitter Spaces. And we're going to do that on Twitter Spaces until Rally launches. And then when Rally launches, we're rugged, and we're going straight to Rally.
Good job.
So that's the plan. We're going to do Aavegotchi podcast, Lens podcast, and then Zombie Time. We're going to have a 3-hour block every Tuesday night. Boom. So that's part of the big alpha of things coming. And then besides that, we already broke the news that we've got a new creative director on board with us. And you're going to see some assets coming out from Stellar Hobbs soon. So
I teased a few in the Ghost, the Sounds of the Ghost earlier.
Nice. So I mean, probably by next Tuesday, you'll see new assets going on the show, and we'll be doing a fresh new launch of everything.
When do you sleep?
I don't know, man. Funny thing is, I actually do sleep pretty normal hours. I'm pretty much 11 to
Dang.
7 kind of person, like
Hmm. I'm
I'm
not where
just
I'm at. I'm
when
pushing
I'm
again
awake,
these
I
days.
guess the funny thing is I feel incredibly not productive. Like I'm always like feeling like I'm not doing enough. I'm dropping the ball on something. And then sometimes I do have that reality moment where I'll start to like chalk up all the things I did in a day and I'm like, dude, you need to be cool on yourself. Like you are definitely
Quite the
doing
day. Yeah. Be nicer. Be nicer to my friend Zombie.
Yeah, well, and I bet a lot of Gotcha Gang specifically probably has those kinds of vibes, and in general in Web3, it's this. I've never been among such a hard-working group of individuals, such a motivated, committed
Same. Yeah.
group of people who are just
The
they
initiative's
just
here. The energy's
they
here.
hurt themselves. We hurt
Yeah.
ourselves. We don't eat well. We don't sleep well. We use too many drugs or not enough. And there's always something that is an effort. There's a sacrifice to be made to be relevant in this space and at the tip of the spear. This is not convenient and it's not easy and it's not comfortable. This is the trenches, man. The front freaking lines. I'm thankful for
Yeah.
it.
I mean, yeah, we're talking about all this stuff, and I'm still in the back of my mind trying to figure out like when we're gonna do some good Eurocentric programming. Like, I'm trying to
Great
think about
point.
like, do I need to do like a 5 a.m. morning stream to like,
Yes. Yes, we
like
do.
what do I need to do to
Did
to
anybody make Aussie space? Did that happen? Smoke and I was talking about that, about Laura and some of the Aussie members doing something that was like at midnight our local time, and we ended up missing it. Does anyone know if that actually happened?
I'm not sure. But I mean, I
Never
would
heard of it.
definitely
Yeah.
be down to launch something at a weird time to be on the other side of the world. I don't know.
Even
I
like
just
a reverse, a 12-hour swap. That still works for me. We could do that.
so
We
what?
need to.
We'll do a 6 a.m. and a 6 p.m. from A to Z.
Yeah, we
I mean,
that'll
that would
work.
be for me, 6 a.m.,
Maybe.
6
Yeah.
p.m.
That'd
Yeah.
be so good. Hey, this rally thing's looking slick, guys. It's got a lot of parameters here on the back end for setting up the spaces. It's a heck of a lot more interaction than Twitter Space allows as is. And so,
Really?
yeah,
Sweet.
absolutely. So, like the fields that I have, right, is this is creating your new rally. And so you got to set up your space. You got a name for it. You got the date and time. You can pre-schedule just like with Twitter Spaces or Clubhouse. Huge category list that's more robust than the tag options that you have via the Twitter Spaces. You can designate the language that the rally is going to be held in, which is kind of nice to let those communities self sort and let you know at the front door that this is going to be speaking Korean in here. And so don't be shocked if that's the case. Gives
Right.
you opportunity for a good description, gives you an image so you can upload like a preview image,
Very
almost like our
cool.
bounce gates. You can set the number of participants. So this is how many individual profiles can be on the rally.
Yeah, limit the
You
room
can
size.
you can set individual tags for it. You can choose whether or not to record the rally. You can also designate co-hosts at this time and give them the specific ETH addresses.
Will
Is
it
how
record
you
to
whitelist people for co-hosting.
Yeah, it says record. Yep.
would it record to IPFS? Is that permaweb?
If I had to guess, it'd probably be Arweave. Just most Lens is bootstrapped on Arweave, and so if it had to
No,
go
a
in,
lot of the free stuff has been IPFS. So like now
it'd be interesting
LensTube
then.
has both. You
Oh,
can
I saw that on
choose.
Lens too, the IPFS and the Arweave toggle.
Right.
Yeah, So I don't know. Maybe
Huh.
it depends on maybe the size, right? Because that was kind of how LensTube did it. Is anything under 100 megs, they threw it on IPFS initially.
And
They
now
didn't
it's
even ask you.
500.
Wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
they've
So
actually
you
increased.
can Yeah, I probably have like Matic sitting in my Arweave wallet that I haven't used this whole time because they upped it so much that I haven't really put anything bigger than 500 megabytes in a while.
So here's a little alpha for
Next time I
folks,
drop a film, maybe.
because help me on LensTube. 1 gig is it the limit, or is it 2?
I think it's 2 gigs. Yeah.
I think it's 2 gigs on LensTube, but anything over the 500 megabytes, now you're paying for that storage fee.
Correct.
It's free
Lumiere.
otherwise.
Have we talked about Lumiere?
It is free to use on IPFS, but if you want to use Arweave, you have to pay no matter what the size.
Got it. Okay.
Lumiere, I don't know how far along they
Yeah,
are.
I did take a look at it. I remember you dropped it a while back, but
So it
do they
works
have
really
collect
well.
yet?
They don't have collects is the only thing, and that's what you give up. But Lumiere is a 1 gig max file size, but there's no storage cost whatsoever for any file size. And so I've been using Lumiere personally as the Nori community manager to upload all of our AMAs and all of our YouTube content. because this is stuff that I want to migrate, but it's not like so urgent that it's actually worth the financial lift of paying for the storage.
So
And
can
so
you collect the videos, or
you
there's
can
no
collect them, but it's
collect?
a free collect. There's no
So it's
collect
an
module fee.
unlimited free collect, unfortunately.
Exactly correct. And so there's no control over it. You got no possession of the content because it's just
public
going to go
only.
out there for free. Exactly. It's like
Well,
public
this is the
domain.
thing. I've discussed this with a few people, including Face. So you can always burn a post, and that ends the collect. So
Sure.
you could basically copy the information from a post, copy the text or whatever, delete that post, and then create a new post saying, hey, I deleted the old one. You could even put like, say it was a video or a JPEG, you could even put it up there, but slap a revert collect on it so that nobody can collect it, and then say, hey, I burnt this post. You can even do a screenshot of the original post with the date stamp and all that stuff and be like, this post has been burnt. And if you own it, you have one of the only however many that
only
were collected.
58 ever got picked up, and that's that. Now I've killed it.
So there is a way to
factory's
start
over.
limiting these free collects and being like, no, it's not actually unlimited. I ended it.
If anything,
but you
that's kind of
have to
neat.
delete the original.
That's kind of neat because it gives you that opportunity of like the mystery rugs, right? You can choose.
Yeah,
behind
element
the
of
scenes.
surprise.
Exactly. To just say, hey, I'm killing it. There's only 112 that went out. Congratulations if you're holding.
Yeah, I saw that. Face is also talking to Lynn's tech support about adding a retroactive limiting.
Oof,
that would be
that's
cool.
gonna be tricky.
And part of the reason I think they're not going to be able to do it is because, unfortunately, Lynn's protocol is built on EIP 1967, not 2535. So it's not a diamond contract like Aavegotchi, baby.
Oh no!
It's a proxy contract.
It shines, but it ain't no diamond. Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's almost like anything that they didn't build in early on is going to be hard to add later. And all the features that they are adding are basically working around the things they've already created, if I'm understanding correctly.
Like no major overhauls in mechanics. It's like tweaks to the existing mechanics.
Right. Because, like, for instance, they already have a royalty contract built in. But until other things are using it, it really doesn't do anything. They're using the royalty standard that Ethereum is going to go with. But until until the rest of the ecosystem steps in, it's kind of like the same thing with ENS. ENS has unlimited functionality when we start to recognize it and allow them to do it, but there's still so much on the Ethereum side that needs to get built, as far as like these EIPs that allow, and I think 4844 is one of those things. It's one of those things that's going to allow for better metadata, if I'm not mistaken. I know that helps a lot with music NFTs, but
that's not our headspace usually.
Way down in the weeds now, buddy.
Okay.
That's the proto dank sharding.
I'm gonna click this create rally button and let's see what happens if we're trying to create a rally here. Do something I actually know how to do. Let's say, I mean, this is like literally working. That's pretty impressive because they haven't really teased too much about the fact that the alpha is interactable. Okay, my rally is created on the Mumbai testnet, guys. I think y'all are one network away from being able to use this bad boy.
Yeah, that's pretty
proto
cool,
dank sharding. That sounds pretty dope.
Oh, it's dank as fuck, right?
Proto dank.
It's proto dank.
There's that good old bit defender anger.
It's going to allow blobs and packets of information to be able to transfer a lot more, 100x the capacity on like rollups like Optimism, and I'm guessing it would also affect Polygon.
We're getting there. Not quite yet on the rally. Still having a little bit of threat detector kicking in, and I cannot see the rally I created, but it's Mumbai testnet. They're in alpha, but this is looking great, guys. This is just like the events calendar. You'd be able to come and just see all the rallies that were scheduled and occurring and categorized.
So with really Rally and with Twitter Spaces, we are still going to try to do this as a live stream visually as well, because for Lynn's, for instance, I'm going to have visual aids, and I'm going to have notes and stuff, obviously. Like, I've already been starting some good show notes on things I want to talk about. And the Lynn's show is kind of like combining and becoming one with the music business show, because obviously, like, music business, while it is Web 2 stuff and it's a traditional, you know, copyright and all that other crap, like I'm talking Web 3. So like Lens is kind of like a big part of that discussion for me. So we're going to try to do it as a live stream as well. So there will be visual elements. Obviously, the first couple episodes, we're going to be working out the logistics on how we're going to be running a Twitter space or a rally at the same time as running a live stream and how that's going to look and sound. But we'll figure it out, you know.
The last thing for me is just rah-rah. And that'll be my three is the artificial intelligence, talk about rally, talk about the mirror, and then talk about rah-rah. I was listening to their space the other night with Lawson. Lawson is the founder over there, Lawson Bakery. He's a fantastic guy. He's super committed, has been sticking in the space. I think you mentioned talking with Zach, right, from Polygoons, and he's one of the original rah-rah curators, along with Robin Marie Hill. These folks got clout and they got good reputation. They know their space. It's just that it's kind of just been trapped in that rah-rah silo. And so this integration with Lens, I think, is going to be quite.
This is going to be when I get involved, because I've been so peripherally with rah-rah, but so busy I haven't dived in. And now that it's on Lens, it's like there's no excuse now. Like,
and again, this is that effort of hard work, right?
Yeah, like with you and Zach and now Lens, it's like I need to get involved here. Like, and then get Gerline to put some stickers over there. Like, we need some Zimtimo emojis.
And so for those that don't know, what rah-rah's whole idea here is you make an NFT first on your own, right? In a perfect world, that NFT is probably going to be targeted towards some type of typical emoji reaction niche, some kind of cliche, so that this is fine, or they don't know, not going to make it. Any of those kind of typical meme things is what you're going to try to create some type of NFT artwork on. Some kind of, and it doesn't have to be fancy and super polished. It's your effort level for sure. But you create that NFT, you mint it on chain, you have it in your wallet. Now that means you're the owner of that NFT. Since you're the owner of that NFT, you then have the right to come to rah-rah and register that NFT. And that's what this page that I'm on right now is. And so registration requires a transaction proving that you have possession of that NFT and have the right to push it, make it go places. And so then you would drop it on here. It gets submitted to the rah-rah registry. They curate. There's community curation that occurs. I say they, but it's us. It's the community that curates on the ones that yay or nay, kind of maybe like an early Aavegotchi queue, very similar in vibe. And so once something makes it past the rah-rah registry, it gets added to the rah-rah reactions library. And the whole idea with rah-rah is that each one of these reactions are like actually consumable reactions. A lot like how on Facebook or on Twitter or whatnot, you can get these specific like paid for reward assets, like a paid for sticker or a paid for gift that you give somebody. This idea would be that I would buy one of these reactions. When I do that, the original artist creator that added it to the registry is in that royalty stream. And then I can use that to tag something on Lens is what it sounds like is going to happen. And so what Lawson was alluding to is that little heart logo on all the Lens posts and Lenster is likely about to evolve. And we're going to watch that probably introduce into the rah-rah side. Super stoked for them as a team. I always liked it. It seems like they had something there. And, you know, you get busy, like you're saying, Zombie, and it's hard to keep up with too many projects at once, quite honestly.
So you can post from rah-rah as well, right? Are we going to see being able to post to Lens from rah-rah? Is that going to be like...
as of right now, I have not heard anything like that personally.
Okay.
I see it specifically as integrating the rah-rah reaction assets into the Lens ecosystem. That's what I think is happening.
So, see, that's where it gets interesting because, like, is Lenster going to put it in, or are we going to have to go to some new thing? You see what I mean? Because if Lenster doesn't integrate these emojis, then we're going to have to go to whoever does.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's accurate. I think that's going to be the way it goes down.
Right. So that is what's interesting about all this, like with the decentralized social media. I do like the fact that, like I was saying earlier, like I like to post videos on LensTube because when you post a video on LensTube, it allows you to talk about it the way you would on YouTube. You can put a title and a description and do these things. And then if you post a video on Lenster, the way it appears on LensTube is not pleasant. You know what I mean? It's like it just says like Lenster post, and then like a date or some crap.
That's interesting that you mentioned that because one, chicken or the egg kind of thing, right? Who was built first? And so one was built without the other in mind, and one was built
Well,
with
for me,
the
it's
awareness of the other.
also post things where they look the best and let it land everywhere else the way it lands.
I
in a
had that
sense.
problem with Favor.
Mm.
I a lot of my old haikus I was dropping on the mobile device
I
via
saw
the Favor
that.
app, and it was chopping them. It was doing this really weird image porting to Linster, and half of the image was not screened. And
Yeah.
no one can figure out what to do about it, so I'm not doing it anymore there. And I don't. That's like
There's
you're saying.
problem on Orb with doubling. Like on
Mm.
Orb, I was posting 2 images and it would be the same image twice instead of 2 different images that I had uploaded.
Yeah, it gets old.
So, I mean, it's in beta. We're having growing pains, obvious, problems. I mean, there's
more
definitely
working than not working. That's for sure.
if you yeah, that's true. But like if you look at like let me see, there was a post I did just the other day that formatted weird and let's see, where is it? Maybe it was it. Yeah, it's this one. So like, oh no, this one. Okay, they must have fixed it. This is weird. So the other day when I did it, it had everybody posted as a separate paragraph. Like there was so much spacing. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, but
there we go.
Yeah, so there was so much
fine.
spacing in the post. Everybody was a different line, and it was because of something like there was an extra space on everybody. But so yeah, a little weird formatting things like that will happen where it looks right and then you post it and it comes out wrong. Growing pains. But it looked like that one almost self-corrected because it was wrong before and it's good now. So
hey, good for them then. That's a win. That's a better example. Sometimes things break, but they're being actively worked on, and that is no joke. The Lens team is very enthusiastic and accessible. I've never felt once that the Lens team wasn't interested in our honest feedback.
That's true. I mean, yeah, like we're in a couple of Telegram groups, and like whenever you're like, hey, I got a problem, I've got a suggestion, like there's always somebody jumping in to say, oh, hey, what's going on? That's great. Like,
now I'll follow up on that because I've been impressed watching you interact with them as a team, because it's actually quite interesting when you watch like just a user, right? You're the perfect target audience that they want to entice to use their platform. And when you show up to them and say, well, why doesn't this work like this? This should go that way. And they go, oh my God, of course. How did we not see that? And it's the difference between builders and users. And that is not the same person every time. And so that's why I enjoy Web3 so much. That's why I fell in love last year so hard, is the rapid iteration. I've never been involved with any industry that so quickly can incorporate continuous improvement.
It's funny about you saying that because I'm so used to like being in a space now where devs will talk to you and listen to you and like pay attention to what you have to say about a product, that I'm literally like in the Restream help chat, like talking to them like we're buddies.
Thinking they're gonna help.
Like, this is what's up, my friend. Like, let me tell you all about it. I'm telling them about their software, and I'm like, explaining it to them about the encoder. I'm like, look, I need to know these specific things about how your encoder works because I'm not understanding. And they're like, whoa, bro. Like, like I'm going to need you to just send me the code. I'm not getting it.
Well, then I watch you hop in there with the Lens team, and it's like, what's the structure? What's the hierarchy? What are the bones? And they're happy to share. Oh yeah, we're using this structure. No, we thought about this, but we're not doing this. We're using this kind of a proxy. Like there's no expectation to like withhold information. There's an expectation to provide information, and that's very helpful for folks like us, I guess.
That's the space.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of the people who made these Lens apps are following me, and I'm able to just reach out to those person and say, hey, like, we need new features. This is what I think we need to do. And I saw GoTanks did that the other day with somebody. He was talking about how token gating should work and how there's things missing from the UI. And the guy was like, I'll get it fixed in a few hours.
Hey, so we were talking about GoTanks earlier. These Lensfluencers, this class of Lensfluencer that is rising right now. Truth be told, if we're talking about social media platforms, eyeballs is where it's at. You need people that are gathering attention spans. And so it's not so much that GoTanks is the builder as much as that he can point right at what the builders did because David's busy, Bradley's busy, Christina's busy. Those people are busy. They don't have the
Right.
opportunity to market. Marketing is its own separate effort, and it's amazing to watch all these organic marketers arising.
Yep. It's really been fun working with the Lens team and being involved in the whole growth of this ecosystem. So I really want to see more going on. And that's part of the reason we're doing the animated series there. Cause that's how I got involved with the Lens team. Is I was the first person to drop something of note that was animated. It was like, there was like a solid month or two where I was on the home page of LensTube because everything else was like garbage cat videos and like reposts, Not even good cat videos, garbage cat videos. Like, where are the good?
A lot of TikTok imports. People that saw the opportunity to colonize early space, but they had no content. They were just importing content from elsewhere. That was not what we were looking to do here.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I'm doing too. Like, I have fun making Instagram content, like using the GIFs and all the fun little tools they have. But then I literally export those videos and put them on Lens. I'm like, I'm just using your tools, Web2. Thank you. And then I'll repost the same video back on Instagram to be like, go look at my Lens post.
Got him. Nice. Well, dang, friends, we covered a bunch of territory today. This was a loaded call. I mean, we started a little late, but it was not light. I think here that was a good time. If you want to, let's
transition.
Get last words in, wrap up the discussion there, and then we've got another hour of playlist ready, right?
I guess I do want to real quick, just like, I know we don't have a lot of time, and I don't think we did it though. Like, I'd like to really. Let's run through and just see real quick on the queue. Like, so we've got some stuff that cleared. Obviously, we got Astral, Bin Laden, Bowtie Nerd. What else? We got Lev got one. There you go. I love this pipe.
It's made me happy. Oh, I know Lev did a good job there. It was a good taekwondo of the energy that had been coming that direction.
Got some with some flags here. Yeah, we're not trying to go through the whole queue, but we did want to go through and see who passed and who just put in. So we got Thrax and Zbot just passed. We got some flags on the mailbox there. I heard that. Do you want to tell the mailbox drama? Did we hear about the?
I know nothing about this. Catch me up.
Z-Fi knows a little.
Actually, a larger photograph. It's a larger image that it was created another time for another reason.
Oh, goodness.
This is a small square cropped out of it.
I do remember the bigger image now that you say that.
And what it seems to be, it's like a 3D image. It is.
I mean,
it doesn't make any sense. Obviously, if you look at it, there's like 15 fire hydrants around it.
You see, this person literally scraped existing media to find something ghost related. Then
right, and this artist, if it is the same artist reposting their own stuff, I mean, I don't know that it is or isn't.
I still don't love that. Yeah, I still don't love that.
But yeah, it's not checking the boxes, not gotchy enough, and low effort. If that was the original post, maybe. But
waiting to go through.
Oh, is that Gravy? Who did the can?
The can is another one of those that needs a flag.
Okay.
That one is flagged already. 10 flags.
Okay, shout out, FaZe.
Wait a minute. Scroll back up. Look at the Gotchi Daycare there.
Yeah. That's where I was trying to find the line. So I think Gotchi Daycare is the first.
Leave that from our wall.
Or no, I guess going back even here. So all of these will be coming out Christmas, starting with, or Christmas Eve.
Which is perfect.
So we've got Kravitz, Are You Channeling Son?
Mind you, I just want to make sure that I tell that story because Kravitz I love. I met Kravitz personally in the Good Ghosting community moderator days, way back when. And we got really close. He was always great about showing up to the community calls. He was like the GMI for me at Good Ghosting. He was on every call. He was always on my Twitter spaces. He was a real community supporter. And I really learned to respect him and just appreciated his effort. He's a very smart and enthusiastic young individual in his Web3 journey.
Awesome.
But it's a talented person. And so when I migrated, it was very important for me to make sure that he had awareness of how cool I thought Aavegotchi was, and that someone like you would probably really dig something like this. And I've watched him now to owning a Gotchi. I've watched him to now owning parcels. Now he's a freaking fake Gotchi artist. This is another one of these blossoming stories that just makes me so excited about what we're doing here. Yeah, and that's a great piece too. It's not even just a thought, let me take a shot at it. You freaking crushed it. That's a good looking piece.
Yeah, I'd play that game. That's a pretty killer shot right there. That looks like a video game I'd like to play right there.
Yeah.
And then we got Pixel Sensei and Goobs. I'm guessing this can is not going to get its way through on Christmas. Then we got Lone Ruffle and Sus. Internet face with the gotchi spin going on. I love that.
Oh, nice. I like that a lot.
Chubby Gotchi Christmas. This one's pretty cool too, because I don't know if y'all saw the Twitter post, but anybody who gets one of these will get airdropped Halloween 23 Chubby Gotchi Halloween.
Planning ahead.
Planning ahead. So then, of course, we've got the one that our shirt is made from, the the SBF Hefe.
Is this now Hefe's second like proper art piece? This is his first fake Gotchi, no? First fake Gotchi.
Yeah, first fake.
Artist Summit was his first. Yeah, First Encounter was truly his first drop. That was his first artistic drop. He wasn't someone that considered himself artistic, and we're watching him have fun with the sticks.
And then look, we got so these will actually be. So wait, Hefe's right at the. He's right at the line. 3 days, 1 minute, and then 3 days, 52. Oh, so he might be a little late for Secret Santa. So whoever got Hefe is going to be getting late. Because I was 45 minutes late. So if you you go, that's late right there. So everybody after me is really late.
That's funny.
Funny. Hey man, I like.
We'll make it work though, because we can share the image.
Right, exactly. Everybody knows you got a fake gotchi. You basically drop your image in there. You say, "I owe you a Christmas present," and the next day you do it.
Yeah. Promises for Christmas.
And then we got Lev here. I like this. Pretty. I like. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I like the animated element, but then there's the tile on top of it that kind of gives it. Like when you see the piece I'm releasing for Halloween, you'll see why I love this so much, because it's just like, I think some people would be like, why would you put this tile on top of this awesome animation? It's like, listen, I'm the artist here. I'll do what I want. And then I really like this. Like, this reminds me of Game Boy also. This like map and then like the color flashlight. This is pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's working.
Another one from Pixel Sensei. Now, this is going to be after Christmas, sir, or on Christmas.
Now, I like this. So I like what I'm watching happen with Pixel Sensei, because they're doing good work, but there's also like this saturation level that happens in communities and artistic efforts. And so I'm watching very closely to see when this changes the wind. It's going to be very cool to me to watch these different artists rotate. We're not going to watch one artist dominate this space and be the one indefinitely. It's going to change, and we're going to watch the torch get passed around left and right. And so, because who was talking about Pixel Sensei 3 months ago? Not me. Like, they weren't at the Artist Summit. This is not somebody that was anywhere near our radar.
Off my radar.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, without giving up too much alpha, that Pixel Sensei is somebody's brother. And we've seen this happen a couple of times where somebody in the space is like, oh, that's my brother. And you're like, the brother's been brought in. Like,
I got one of those.
That's a decent. That's a decent. Yeah, that's a decent effort. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hell yeah.
Face.
Face is the brother that was brought in. Yeah.
There you go. Brother from the same mother.
Very good.
Well, well done. That's how it's supposed to happen.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, talented people. So Smokescreens actually, as another good example, has a nephew. I think it's his nephew who does a lot of pen sketches. Has a really great Instagram channel and has all these pen sketches, but nothing in our realm at all. And just wants to point his creative talent at our content and be like, adapt. Like, please adapt any of your style into this content, and I can get your stuff moving. I can get you some awareness. I can get you some recognition. I think it'll work. And then these artists take a shot and they go, well, dang, that was kind of nice. Like, if you make art for a community that actually cares, then it might work out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like doing an Aavegotchi animated series, like fake gotchis are totally going to play into the way we do this. Like, we're thinking about, obviously we're kind of thinking about how we can help the fake gotchi can help us continue to make the show. You know what I mean? So obviously we're going to start selling some fake gotchis. And then we're going to obviously probably scoop up another card so we can do another one at the end of the season or whenever. But, using this to be able to kind of bootstrap the show, and then vice versa, being able to pick up more fake gotchis to like, it's going to be a symbiotic thing where the more fake gotchis we're able to sell, the more episodes we're able to create, kind of thing. And then obviously we're going to keep looking for, like, we're going to look for fiat income streams to pay for the show as well, so that we can obviously keep our ghost in the ecosystem. Or
That's why those
we'll see
werewolves
the
are so
releases.
important.
But I have some ideas for ways that we can actually get fiat for our fake gotchis without dumping ghost. So be on the lookout for some special ways to get Zimtimo fake gotchis in a way that will allow us to create the show and make fiat and not dump ghost.
I like it. The GMI treasury is gonna get strange. We'll have to do some token gating too. We'll have to do some fake gotchis or something like that, targeting for some token gating for this backstage pass. You want to hang out in the restream with us? It's fun to be back here.
Hell yeah, man! That's gonna be fun too. Like, it's even gonna be like for us, like, what does a private stream look like? What do we want to do? Actually, I've already got some ideas. Like, not to get so totally excited, but dude,
don't go too far down that alpha road.
I'm about to, actually. When I first got into this space, the first dudes I was talking to in Bankless DAO are the people who run Polygon DAO. Like, literally, the first friends I made are now the people who run Polygon DAO. And the first idea we had as a group was to do a film festival, because I'm like involved with Slam Dance Film Festival, but doing a film festival is so much logistics and it's a lot. But as a curator, it's something that getting good films and knowing good filmmakers, good musicians, good artists, like, that's in my niche as being a curator. So I'm basically thinking like we can do something like Zombie Time based around films and short films. And those things can be private, because the filmmakers are not going to want their things going out on public streams. They want to keep these things private. And these are going to be things that you're going to probably have to pay at least some small amount to get into these private streams, because we're going to be showing things you can't see anywhere else. And the artists don't want you seeing it anywhere else.
So what we create is the awareness then. Hey, there's something you're probably going to want to go see from X artist. Here's the pass.
Exactly. And so, like, this is another bridge between worlds, where if I can get normie people to let me put their films in our Web3 film festival, film whatever it is, like, it doesn't have to be a festival, but if it's a weekly show that we do where we just show, like, whatever, 45 minutes of films, an hour of films every week, then, like, it's a small fest. And
so at least in my brain, we've had something like, I've wanted to do this with image artists, and Fake Gotchis kind of did it already, kind of took over that. But this was this idea of unchained artists, right?
Right.
This is finding these individuals that aren't on these ecosystem platforms yet. They're creative and they have content and it's good stuff. They're just not here. And so that's what someone like you has the ability to do, is to offer them that gravity and bring them into an aggregation.
And it could even be, yeah, like you say, like, if some of these people see the power of the fest, if they end up coming out and they, like, don't get it, but they end up coming to the fest and they see this community and this energy, and then we're like, hey, we'll mint your short film on Lens to see how it sells. Maybe people will buy your film, and then we're able to, like, give that artist a little bit of money. And either way, just for doing the festival, if we're able to, like, make a little revenue, collect some kind of ticket streams, we can pay those people anyway, which would make our festival better than 90% of the film festivals out there. So, yeah, like, absolutely. And this was my goal from the beginning when I was talking about this with Grindel and Karos. It was like, hey, if we can have a festival that pays the filmmakers, that's unheard of in the Flesh world. Like, it doesn't fucking happen.
Flesh world.
We can pay them. We can pay them day one. Like, we can pay them day one.
Sounds like a porno, Meg.
Yeah, it sure does.
Well, and because, like you're saying, we don't even have to pay them. We just set up the links between the folks that want to patronize and those that have something to offer. Like, the actual transaction occurs organically at the root level. We're really just a facilitator, the matchmaker.
Exactly. I don't go out looking for stuff to collect. I don't think, I'm going to sit down and collect whatever it was, $60 worth of stuff this week. Like,
Nope, I
I
get
come
shown
across
stuff.
it and it's an impulse. Oh,
mirrors.
this shit's cool. Boom.
I have to get this.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
It's
I
like
saw
compulsive,
T-Bird yesterday, and I'm like, I'm gonna be the first collect on this, goddamn it!
You
And
love
well,
that first slot.
it
What is
wasn't
Yeah,
working
you fight
right,
me for
and
it.
I'm like on 2 different windows hitting collect. If I get all 5 of them, to hell with y'all. I'm gonna keep hitting this button until it works.
I know that Smokescreens and I have discussed that we both have personal like monthly lens spend allowances. Like there's
Smart.
funds specifically set aside that's just for burning. It's only meant to be used for
See,
collecting. I don't have to be jealous
unfortunately,
about it or anything.
I mean, fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know. I'm a semi-successful artist on Lens, so I end up spending all my
You spend
earnings.
what you
I'm
make.
just like, oh, you're giving me money? I'm gonna buy somebody else's shit.
Well, I
It's
mean, if it makes you
important,
feel
though.
any better, you could be where I'm at and you could just spend it. So
Right.
at least you get
Same.
to recover some of it.
That's true. That's true.
It's fuel in the ecosystem. It's velocity of Matic. It's all positive stuff.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
let's call it.
Let's
Good
do it.
stopping point.
Let's do it, y'all. We're gonna
You
do
got some
zombie
music on.
time back to back, so nobody has to leave the room. But I mean, and if you're in the live stream, you don't have to leave the channel you're on. You just gotta hang out, give us 30 to 60 seconds, and we're gonna come back with music.
Yeah, we got to change the name pretty
All right.
much.
Yep, pretty
I'm gonna-
much.
I'm gonna
Okay.
kind of dip my persona out. So this is a blast. Well done. Always fun.
Cool,
Look
man.
forward to the
Thanks.
Appreciate
Thanks
you
for
being here
coming.
and
Thanks for
hanging tight
joining.
for me.
good Alpha. Hey, I was happy. I hang out with this Joker all day, man. This is a blast. All right.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace. You can click it.